How many of us have made it in life? I have not made it. I am nowhere close to making it. No. That means I am still under construction. I am still being built. But while I am still being built, I'm also building some things. So I am being built and I am building something. While so many of us wait for so long so that we can be perfected, so that we can also do something. How many of us have waited for perfection? You're like, I will not go out because now I am not slim enough. I want to lose weight. I don't want to date before I lose weight. How many of us are victims of that and guilty of that? So many. You know, now I need to learn better skills in order for me to apply for these jobs. But you will never be skilled enough. There will always be something that you don't know. So that means that somewhere, somehow, we have to present ourselves the way we are while we are being constructed. And some of us have a way of putting a kapande, slippery ground, falling debris. Have you seen those bupandes? Construction sites, falling debris. As in, don't walk too close because a brick might come from a fifth floor and just hit your head. That is why they construct all those things around so that they don't cause accidents. So some of us have walked for so long while being intimidated and putting on signs of falling debris, and we have stayed with those signs of falling debris for forever. Like literally, when someone comes, for me, I'm waiting for God to tell me the right person. So God is going to come with a huge voice and tell you that, now that is the right one. Okay, now get out of your house, stop watching movies, go to the parties, because no one can see you while you're in your house. So while you are under construction, get out and do something, okay? Get out and build something. Build a marriage, build a good relationship, build a good career for yourself, build a good passion and purpose. Make sure that you are building a ministry. Some of you are building ministries. Some of you are building callings. We are building different things, but never wait until you are perfect, because some of the things that I'm sharing here are personal life lessons that I have learned along the way of building. And one thing I learned is I can never be perfect. And that is where the imposter syndrome comes. How many of us have faced the imposter syndrome? You feel like you are not enough. You feel like people are going to see through you, like you don't know what you are doing. I know so many bosses who are like, if these kids knew that I am this intimidated and lack of confidence, maybe they're not even going to respect me. But while your bosses are actually telling you and giving you orders of what to do, some of them are being intimidated and they don't even have confidence. Okay? So you can't wait until you have confidence in order to start a company. There are so many proprietors and company owners that if you demanded that they do certain things, they cannot even do them. What they had was a dream and a vision, and they started it. Okay? But it doesn't mean that they know everything. So everything on earth is under construction. Do not wait until you are perfect to say, I'm going to start this business until when I get the right money. There is no right money to start a business. I cannot start this business until I learn everything about boutiques. You will never learn everything about boutiques. Some of them, you actually learn better with your hands in the game, when you are in the ring. Otherwise, have you ever seen people who learn boxing, like air boxing? When they're boxing air, you can feel like they are giants. Put them in the ring with someone. When they're in the ring with someone, that's when they start seeing stars. Because last time they were telling you, this is how you shield your eyes. But and you were shielding without a real punch. Now a punch is coming and you're dodging. Or a punch is coming and your face is bare. It's not shielded. Until you get in the ring. And that is where some of us should stop being judges of people that are not making it in life. Who gave you the role? If I'm not making it, it's my business. So let me fight with my own lack of, competence, with my own lack of confidence, with my own, if I can go and ask for help somewhere, let me go and ask. But I will never wait until I am too confident in order to handle certain things. So never wait for anything. There is nothing like being perfect, okay? Remember, we're talking about life lessons. And then, in as much as you're being constructed and you are building something, but you are also in the construction business. That is, you're building something. So you're in the construction business. And some blessings we have to create. And this, I related it to the things that I have done in my life, because according to my script, according to the script that was laid before me, I was supposed to be a failure, an automatic failure. If I base on my parents, if I base on my grandparents, if I base on, as in, I was supposed to be a mediocre or a failure. I was not supposed to excel. But I got to know that, you know what, I am making my own life. And that is why I wrote deliberately selfish. Like, I am taking back the wheels. I am driving my own life. So I am going to make decisions that are steering me to go ahead. So I learned I'm in the construction business. And if I'm in the construction business, that means I create certain blessings. I create a better marriage. It's up to me to create it. I create a better community. It's up to me to create it. Do you remember Noah in the Bible? For those of you that are Bible readers, some of these references I give because that is the best knowledge that I have. When he was building, the boat or the ark saved him. He survived because of the boat that of the ark that he built, right? That is how he got to see the next generation. That is how we got to have even the population on earth. Now, some of the blessings that you are creating, a solid business, a solid marriage, a solid career, the things that you are building every day with lack of clarity, with lack of confusion, those are things that are going to become a blessing in your life, and those are the things that are going to save your next generation. So, some of the things that we are building to survive, and they become shields to us. Are we together? I'm sharing life lessons for those of you that are watching online. I'm sharing life lessons about building a life. That I am under construction, but I'm also building something, okay? And when it comes to building, like you're building a house, you're building a life, some of us, we are called to build things that do not even concern us. We become so concerned about other people. And that is okay, because that is what has got me here. That I got up of the shell of thinking about myself. How do I make more money? How do I, fill my bank account? How do I do this? And I said, how do I create an army that is going to transform the world? So I got a concern, and that concern drove me into doing the things that I am doing, emptying myself into other people and making sure that I mentor them. And I say some of these things, they do not make sense right now, but they will make sense 2 years from now and 5 years from now. You will look back and know that I'm not only doing these things for me, I'm not building for myself. When you're building a house, for example, all the houses that we have built, we are building knowing that it's not only us that are going to stay in them, but we are creating comfort for other people. For example, the Airbnbs that we have built, we are creating comfort. Every time we're like, when someone comes out of their home and they want to go out, to sleep out, they should get an exquisite service, not the same service they have at home. So we are creating comfort for someone else. We are building comfort for someone else. Yes, it's going to bring money, but we are more concerned about how that person is going to leave that place. When we are building a house, we are thinking, when we were building our house, we were thinking we are not building a house for just this century, but we are building a house that will still be relevant 10 years or 20 years to come. So we built with modern technology in mind from inception. Why? Because we are not building for just us and our comfort, because we are Generation X and millennials, but we have Gen Zs that are coming that want different things. Okay? So don't build selfishly. Build with other people in mind. Are we together? Something else that I learned, a victim mindset never builds. A victim mindset never builds. And this, I actually also took it to, one of the greatest builders in the Bible is Nehemiah. How many of us have stumbled upon Nehemiah scripture? Nehemiah, the greatest builder. But I picked the first thing, actually in the first verses, where his brothers, together with those that had survived, came to visit him. And then he asked them, what was remaining of Jerusalem. And that is when he got, like, his heart sunk, and he was like, I'm here, I am the king's cupbearer, I'm eating all the food that I want, but Jerusalem is in ruins. And so he got concerned about the people of Jerusalem, and that is why he asked. When he asked, he got the answers. His heart went down, but this is what happens. He went to the king and said, you know what? I do not have timber, and I need timber because I am going back to my home country to build something. I'm going back to my home country to build. So this is what happens. Jeremiah could have said, I ran out of our country, now I came, I am serving here, and I'm eating good food. So why exactly? I even don't have timber, I don't have resources. How many of us have failed to build certain things because we don't have resources, or we don't have what it takes? And then you just close the chapter and you're like, I think for me, I don't think I have any journey. I think this is the end of the road for me. I don't think. And then the victim mentality just takes over. And that is when you start pointing fingers at uncles who didn't help you, aunties who didn't help you, how your mothers did not create a better foundation for you. But no one is asking, and I'm not asking why my mother didn't build a better foundation for me. I am actually grateful for the little things and the smallest things that she did in life. That I was fed, I was clothed, and I had a roof over my head. If she didn't give me any extras, it's okay. I can figure it out on my own. Okay? So, one of the lessons that I drew from my past is the victim mentality. Because, my friend, I had all it took, and all my excuses were valid. Very valid. If I said, I come from a poor background. I come from witchcraft. Okay? I come from all filthiness. And you would ask, why are you talking about it? I am very proud of where I came from. I could have come from a very bad situation, but I made the bad situation, I turned it into good. So the victim mindset, I should have stuck to the same thing. I should have stuck to, I should have also just married anyhow, run out of school, decided to just get married maybe at 17 or 19, because at some point my uncles were making remarks of, she looks like a big woman. Why do you bother paying her fees? She can even go and get married so that she can get school fees for her children, for her siblings. And I told my mother, a man is never a tree that we are going to get money from them. I am better off developing myself and making my own money so that I can hold my siblings' hands.